This video is not going to be about anything specific. It's just kind of my first impressions and kind of hopes for JoJoLand, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 9, JoJoLand. Because I'm finally here. I finally made it to the beginning of a part where I can speculate and hope that things are cool and based. And my first impressions of the first chapter, this is at the time of writing and recording. Only the first chapter's out. I don't actually know when the second one comes out. If it comes out after this, I might add a little bit. I don't know. We haven't got there yet. We'll cross over to get there. I don't know when it comes out, so it'll probably be later than this video. My first impressions, though, I'm excited. I like all the new characters. I love Jojo. I like Dragona. It's a banger name, by the way. Dragona goes hard, and I love them. It is still weird to me when people are like, "Oh, I have about COVID," or talking about COVID, or like Dua Lipa. Not as much Dua Lipa as it is like COVID, where I'm still like, I get this is a historical event, but it's too recent for me to be like, whoa, relax, buddy, calm down. But we respect the Dua Lipa enjoyer. I think it's an interesting start, and if it's going to be like the bad version, bad as in like the darker, like this man is a thief, this man is doing drugs, he is just trying to get rich, which this isn't related to this chapter specifically, but my initial hope was that it was going to be some gimmick with like crypto, which there could be in this one for like someone's stand where it's like crypto related, because I think that's really funny on the like get rich kind of thing. But I don't see how you would indicate that with like stands from the 90s or songs from the 90s. But I think it would be really funny for it to just be theoretically very powerful and then just be like one of the weakest stands ever. Anyways, that's my little tangent that I had that I thought would be funny that we may see, probably won't, but cryptocurrency does exist. If COVID exists, I think crypto also exists. But I think having this be the like combination of like 5 and 6 is what people are saying, where it's kind of like the JoDio, JoLean, Giorno kind of thing. That's what I don't know. Half the stuff I just saw on Reddit and I was like, that makes sense to me. I understand that. But I do like that he's much more like morally bankrupt in a way where he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to get rich doing whatever I got to. And they're about to go commit a crime, which is cool. We love crimes. Just kidding. We don't really, but design-wise, I love them all. They're all great. It is weird reading JoJo in black and white, because when I read through all the 8 parts, I read it in color. And once it comes out in color, which who knows when that'll be, I will read it again in color. But based on the like initial color ones we've seen, it looks great. I'm excited. Which is my whole thing, is I'm excited. It's cool to like be at the beginning of it all, to see it all start and be there along for the ride as things happen. But it's also monthly, so it's like I'm going to be waiting an eternity for every chapter. It'll be done 5, 10, 20 years, who knows. Which is basically I've like with Berserk right now. Berserk's monthly, so it's like, I gotta sit and wait, be patient. Except part 9 was longer. It was like 70 pages, which is sweet. We love to see it. Whereas Berserk's like 30, if that. I think on the whole, I hope that there is some like incorporation of like Hawaiian culture, basically. Because I mean, we're in Hawaii, might as well. And I feel like the kind of culture around there and the places you can go with that whole stuff is interesting, but I'm also basing my understanding of this on the movie Aloha, because it is my only real, very vague understanding of Hawaii and like the mystos and culture around there. But I always forget that like the main characters of JoJo are like pretty young. Like JoJo's like 15, and I'm like, are you sure about that? But I guess he is. He's a drug dealer. Cool, cool, cool. To speculate, I don't know who the Japanese person who's landed in Hawaii is, because it could be like literally any of them. I've seen a lot of speculation that's like it's one of the Higashikatas, but I've also heard people be like it could be literally any of them. But the only one I haven't heard is Josuke. I've heard Joshu. I've heard every single one, basically, that they're there. But honestly, I would be okay with any of them either way. I think it'd be a cool little thing where it's like Koichi in part 5, where he's just kind of there for a little bit, but like isn't a main part. But I guess if they're like a villain or like a boss in a way, it could be interesting to see. I don't really know how that would happen, but Jojo just wants to get rich, and he's gonna steal that diamond, and for that, I respect it. I am looking at the synopsis of this, and I really love that the first sentence is Oahu present day. Dua Lipa is the trending musician, and COVID is still a major concern. Whereas you just have so little to base the synopsis on that it's just like 2 things that were said in the beginning and then going from there. But on the whole, I really like Jojo is probably one of my favorite designs. I do like Jonathan's. I've liked all the Joestars not the Joestars technically, because Josuke isn't. Well, he is. That's all. I don't want to get into that. All the JoJos, they're cool. And their designs, at least, I've loved a lot since part 7, 8, and 9. Really, since part. I guess I love all the JoJos. JoJo's is one I feel like a lot. Part 7, Jonathan, I do like a lot too. Hence the shirt. Dragona is cool. I love them. I want more of them. It's really just one where I'm excited. Some of it is like I'm excited to be part of the conversation, but I'm just excited to see where it'll go. And then there's the whole Joestar thing where they're related and blah, blah, blah. You get the whole new JoJo family tree with all the Joestars. And the fact we have 2 of them, great. You'd love to see it. You really do love to see it. My hope is to just get some more fun stands, but I hope we have a good balance of the like part 7 very simple ones where it's like rope guy or dinosaurs, so that I can like have a favorite one that's easy. But I also want some more that are like the Lego White House guy. Like I love just how stupidly complex and niche it is, but how like strong it is because it is so stupidly niche and complex. And I think there's a good balance to be have where it's like, I don't understand why you need to do this, but the power it has is really cool. And I think a good balance of those helps make it like smoother, where I'm not like, what does your stand do? I don't really understand. But you give me rope guy and I'm like, oh, this man is a rope. I understand. That is simple and understandable. But that's really all I have as like a preliminary reaction to it all. I'm excited. People keep saying it's going to be the last part because Araki's getting old, which I could definitely see. But I kind of hope he can make it to part 10 just because, like, 10 parts is a better number than 9, or more like whole number. But I think it's still exciting to be finally a man on the pulse as I'm walking alongside this guy as he tries to get rich. Which, honestly, same.